One more minute. I'm just opening the Word document. Okay. If you see here,
I think recording is not started, I guess.
yeah, good catch. Let me do it. Okay, team. So in yesterday's session, okay, in yesterday class, we just understand how to handle a duplicate controls using Tosca. Okay, we just implemented one of the identification mechanism as a constraint index. Okay, today same scenario I'll explain to you in a different approach. Okay, now. So the today's approach is completely different. We just use explicit name configuration parameter. So it is a configuration parameter. We can use this to handle the duplicate. We can say duplicate controls or similar type of controls also. Okay. So let us understand. So I just asked yesterday one question. Can we get the count of all add to carts within the web page? Yes, we can. Okay, we can use some result count. If control is unique, what is the count? One only.
One on.
So the same scenario, I'm just taking here. Can we get a count of the add to cart buttons within the web page? Okay, let me show you the scanning mechanism onwards. Chrome. So NOP commerce application. So within this web page, we do have almost 4 add to carts team. Let me do a scan. Okay. Just log into Tosca Commander. Okay. Once you log into the Commander, just go to your respective module section. I already checked out this one team. Just do a right click here, scan application. Okay, scan application. So once you scan this one, it is navigated to the Xscan window. Okay. Now the scanning window is loading here team. Just wait a minute. Select the respective window. Then click on scan. So right now I want to select only a add to cart. Okay. Click on this add to cart. So you can see my cursor movement. Okay. Just go to here, the add to cart level. Click on this checkbox. Once I select this one, now tell me this selected control is unique property or not unique property?
Not unique.
It is a not unique property. Okay. Even you can see some color representation here. Okay. Even you can see some color. What is the color here? Orange color. So seems the add to card itself, it is not a unique property. See here team, if you have any kind of duplicate controls, either buttons or links, irrespective of naming conversion, I'm telling, okay? Buttons or links or drop downs, whatever it is, we can handle those type of controls without making a uniqueness. Right now, this control itself, it is not a unique. Okay, I'm not applying any identification mechanism here. What are the control it selected? I'm just keeping as it is. Just simply save this one. Okay. After saving this module, I'm just closing this window. At the time of scanning, make a note. At the time of scanning, this control itself, it is not a unique property. Correct?
Excellent.
The point is here. At the time of scanning, control is not a unique control. Not unique. Okay. Now, I'm just saving the module. Just close this window. Once your module is saved, just simply close this window. I'm just dragging and dropping this particular module to a test case team. So the new test case is created. Here you can say click on first. Okay. I'm just trying to click on first add to cart button. If I'm trying to do a click operation on first add to cart, then what happens? It do execution or it will give any error message to us? It's give an error message to him.
Yes.
Because at the time of scanning, is this control unique property?
No.
No, it is not a unique property. So in my system, the browser it's already open. I'm not adding any open URL. Let me add if you want. Just use open URL. What is the shortcut key, team, to add a module attribute to test case?
Control T.
Control T.
Control T.
T.
Good. So I just pasted open URL here. Once you paste this one, just add the browser parameter here. Right click on here. Click on browser TCP parameter. The parameter name is Chrome and the parameter value is Chrome. Browser and Chrome. So right now what I'm doing, I'm just closing this window manually. So let me run the script. So anyway, the expected is error message only, but see what error message it is giving to us. Okay. The open URL is executed successfully. Now it's giving an error message. Okay. So what is the error message here? If you expand the scratchbook window, it is giving like no matching tab was found, but basically the page is loaded. So what I'll do, before performing a click operation, can I use here existence is equal to true, team?
Yes.
You can use existence is equal to true.
Verify.
What is the action mode?
Verify.
Verify.
Wait on,
Wait on. Sorry.
No, sir.
because it is taking some time, right? What is the
No.
action mode we have to keep here?
Wait on.
Wait on. So once you select the wait on, I want one more add to code here. How to get that?
Cardinality, you can make it 0 to n.
Cardinality. Okay,
Yeah.
how to change the cardinality?
Go
Right
to
click on the
module.
control, jump to module attribute, go to here the right side properties pane, change the cardinality. Okay, now come back to here. I'm just using here right now a click operation. Okay, now. So let's do rerun again. Go back to Tosca. Right click on here, run in Scratchbook. So again, it is giving an error message that is expected only. So what is the error message, Tim? Tell me.
This URL does not have add to cart operation. I think we need to select the electronics and give the proper URL for this.
Unable to find properties.
So what is the error category here? What is the error category? Found multiple controls for button. See here, in previous version like Tosca, maybe in 16 version, you may get more than one control found error. You can check it. Okay, it is a 2025.1 version, right? That error category information is changed. Now we are getting found multiple controls for button, add to cart with following properties. Why this error is triggered? Why this error is triggered? Because at the time of scanning, is this unique property? Hmm?
No.
We just scan this one, right? But at the time of scanning, the control is unique or not unique? Not unique. Here you can see, I just mentioned very clearly. At the time of scanning, the control is unique, team. It is not unique. So if control is not unique, if you are trying to perform some click operation on that, what exactly error message Tosca is giving to us? found multiple controls for button add to cart with the following properties. Understand this error category team? Why this error is triggered? Everyone clear?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Anusha. Yeah.
Yes, right? Okay. So now to handle this particular error, we can create one configuration parameter. What is that? One configuration parameter. So what is the parameter name? Explicit name is equal to true. Explicit name is equal to true. So here let me show you. Because here I'm asking Tosca to perform a click action on the add to cart button team, but Tosca is getting confused because Tosca is identified a more than one control, like multiple controls are having a same properties. So Tosca is not understanding which add to cart it has to perform a click. Okay. So to handle that team, so right now what I'm doing, I'm just adding one explicit name configuration parameter. To add that, select the add to cart, right click on here, jump to module attribute. Once you jump here, again do right click. So here you can see CF. CF means create a configuration parameter. Select that. So that is added inside in right side properties pane itself only team. Here you can see configuration parameter. Enter parameter name. Explicit name. There is no space here, okay? Equal to true. Once you add this parameter team, immediately we get edit access to modify this particular name. Earlier we don't have access to edit this name, but now we are able to modify this particular name. So why we are not able to modify right now? Because I added one configuration parameter, explicit name is equal to true. If you use explicit name configuration parameter, the representation you can directly use hash representation like a hash 1, hash 2. You can give indexing or you can directly give a name of the control also. Name of the control depends upon the situation. Sometimes we can go with the name of the controls. Sometimes we go with the indexing like a hash 1, hash 2, hash 3 itself. For example, if I mention here hash 1, okay, if I mention hash 1, then which add to card it perform a click operation?
First index,
First add to card. The index means first add to card. If I mention hash 2,
second add to cart.
second add to card. So after see here Tim, this is a click operations. Okay now. Now let me run the same script. Go to Tosca commander, right click and run in Scratchbook. So the URL itself it is open team. Let me run only the last step. So it perform click operation on first and second add to cart. Already did the click operation on second one. But let's see, once it hit the first one, automatically what happens? The page is navigated to the product page, right? Build your own computer's page. Able to see? The first add to cart click operation is performed successfully, but the second one, which error is triggered? Synchronization failed error because the page is loaded here. Getting team? Understand? Everyone, please respond.
Yes, Anusha.
Yes, right?
Yes, Anju.
Okay. Now, how to capture the count? If you want to capture the count, team, you no need to pass any indexing over here. Directly, you can use a result count. Let me disable this one. I'm just dragging and dropping the same module again instead of modifying the existing script. So here, I'm just trying to get the count. If you are trying to get the count, click on down arrow, steer property. Result count. Result count is the state property name and the value is equal to buttons count. Add to cart buttons count. What is the action mode we have to pick here?
Buffer.
Buffer is the action mode. So if I run this one, team, what is the count? So within the screen, how many add to carts you are able to see? Within this particular page, how many add to carts you are able to see?
4.
4 add to carts. That means it captured the number of add to carts count is 4. Let me rerun again. So the script is executed successfully here. You can see the value is equal to 40. Everyone able to see that? Team?
Yes, Anusha.
So
So yes, please go ahead. Team, clear how to capture the count of add to cart, the particular page. Okay. What are the page it's visible in the web page, it will capture this particular page related add to carts only. Understand? So it will not capture all the add to carts which are hidden. So what are the page you always navigate based on that only it will capture the count of number of add to carts. Clear this one?
yes, Nisha.
Okay. So this is one of the interview question. What is this? This is one of the interview question. How to get the count of all hyperlinks within the web page? How to get the count of buttons? How to get the count of drop downs? This is one of the scenario based interview question. So let me apply same logic for hyperlinks as well. Okay. Let me use Swag Labs here. I think not here. Let me go with my Edge browser. So if you use Swag Lab, you can log in with any one of these users and these passwords team. I'm just using one user. Are you guys able to see some hyperlinks within this web page? Correct?
Yes.
Yes, right? Okay, I just want to get the count of all these hyperlinks team. Right click on here, scan application. So select this window, click on scan. So once you select this one team, I'm just selecting one hyperlink. I'm not selecting each and everything. So within this page, we may find a number of hyperlinks here. Okay. But out of all these hyperlinks, I just want to get the count of hyperlinks only. Correct? Let us wait. So the Tosca is trying to load this control as a unique property. You can see in the right side bottom of the screen, the three dots are blinking. You can see, right? Hmm. Just wait a minute. If not, I'll use the same Chrome browser. If it is telling I mean, if it is taking a longer time, we go with the Chrome also. Okay. I think pretty much it is taking a longer time.
So
Let me
in case it's a button, then we need to use a tag as button, and it's a link means tag as link.
we can go with the link only.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, we cannot make those controls as unique. If you are trying to get some count, don't make it unique. If you make unique, it will capture what is the count only.
That matched the objects only, attributes.
Only
Only
count
one
will be
control.
one.
Okay.
Only one, because it is a unique within the web page level, right?
Yes, yes.
So if you want to get the count for all hyperlink, just use only hyperlink property. Okay. Let me go with here, perform a check in all. Now I'm just doing checkout again. Right click on here, scan application. So one instance it's already running. So if you are facing these issues, go to directly a task manager, close that instance team. Okay. And here I'm just closing this instance, the scanning instance. Let's do right click and end the task. Once you are trying to end this task team, it is trying to give one pop-up. Better you can close everything. So let me open Tosca Commander again. So see here, one Tosca Commander is opened here directly. You can use Tricentis Tosca 2025.1 version. Anyway, we know that. So probably team, I'll ask you people to upgrade this version either this Saturday or next Saturday. Okay. But otherwise, you can keep in the same version end of this session. So try to upgrade to latest version. Okay. Any of these is perfectly fine, team. Now, open this particular one. Just use your credentials. Okay. I'll use Chrome browser instead of Edge because my Edge browser itself it is having an issue. Okay. Leave. Go back here and paste here. So use the same mail ID, user ID, password here, team. So this is the user you can see. You can directly copy this user and paste here. And this is the password. Okay. Copy this and paste here and then click on login. Okay. Now, so let me go with the scanning mechanism again. Just go to module section. Do right click on here, scan application. So here team select the respective window and then click on scan. Once you hit a click operation on the scan here team, just select add to card, not add to card. So which window it is loaded? Same window. Okay, I'm just selecting right now here hyperlinks. Okay. Now the selected hyperlink is unique property or not unique property? Itself it is a unique. You can see the bottom of the screen, the selected item is unique. We're able to see that, right? If control is unique, can we get the counting? Yes, we can. But what is the count of unique properties? Always
One.
one only. Correct? But if you want to get the count of all hyperlinks, what is the all hyperlinks tagged in? If you go to HTML doc, all hyperlinks, they define the tag as A tag. If you are seeing a tag, that means these all are the hyperlinks. Okay. So if you go a little bit down in the right side, you can see what is the tag name here? A. So what I'll do, I'll just unselect this ID. I don't want to pick this ID. I just unselected. So now I just created only one module with a hyperlink. This itself, it is not a unique right now because I just selected only tag. Okay. Once you select the tag, save this module. Now go to your Tosca commander. Once the module is created, simply go to Tosca commander. Okay. Go here. In the Tosca commander itself, drag and drop this particular step to test case section. Before drag and dropping, make sure to do a checkout. Okay. So here you can rename it. Get the count of all hyperlinks. If you want to get the count of all hyperlinks, you can use the same thing. Now, what is the control property we use here? Result
Count.
count. You can use result count and the count value is equal to, I'm just giving one buffer name here, Tim.
Hyperlink count.
Links. Okay. Then what is action mode here?
Buffer.
Buffer is the action mode. Okay. Now select this one, do right click and run. But before running, make sure to which browser is set up. So right now I'm just setting the browser is Chrome browser. Just use the browser parameter. The value of this parameter itself, it is a Chrome. Okay. Now right click on this one and run in Scratchbook. So let me rerun again, Tim. The issue, it is not identifying the tab name. Let me rerun. Okay. Now the script is executed. So are you guys able to see totally count? What is the count here now? The number of hyperlinks? 20. Everyone able to see that?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to check in the buffer section, just go to tools tab and click on here, the buffer viewer. In right side, you can see the count is added. What is the count? Count of links, it is a 20. Everyone able to see this, right? Now,
Anusha, is there any
yes.
document or somewhere something like through that like we can get to know these already defined keywords here like count of link or any other count that is already being a standard identifier?
So could you please come again? I think your voice is breaking.
I'm asking like is there any document or something so that we can know about these standard keywords that are already defined and like this count of link is this is being identified by Tosca. This must
The
be
count
this must be
within the
keyword.
web page, right? This is what you are asking, right? That standard count. to compare the whole hyperlinks count with the Tosca count, correct?
No, 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 no.
Yes.
Uh,
No,
Count of
it's
link, that naming conversion.
No, no, no.
yes.
No, I think on a result count we have, right? The result count
Predefined.
The result count is
predefined.
fine, but the value
Predefined.
that we are giving, this is like this must be some keyword in Tosca, so that it's identifying it like that.
so we are not identifying the control itself, because if you identify that control, then what happens? That is applicable for the respective one. Okay. Let us assume within this meeting, I do have more than 10 people are having a same name, Divya Sharma. So can I get the count of all these people, Divya Sharma people?
Yes.
Ignore about properties. So the name, I'm just identifying the control with the name. The name is Vidya Sharma. Okay. Let us assume within this training session, we do have almost 10 members here. Can I can I get the count of those all 10 members team? Yes, we can. Okay.
Yes.
So the scenario is here in interviews, okay, not in real time. In interviews, some people they're asking these kind of interview question, how to get the count of all hyperlinks within the web page. So they're asking to get all hyperlinks count. Sometimes they may ask to get all add to cart buttons count. Sometimes a radio buttons count. So whenever you are trying to get some count, must be aware of HTML tags. If you do right click here, if you inspect, what is the tag of these all hyperlinks?
A.
So you can use here based on this HTML only, we just identify the locators as a unique property, correct? So see here, this is the A tag. What is the tag here? A tag. Href means it is a URL. They just define one ID for this, and this is the test data item for that. So we're just using A tag to get the count within the web page. Clear, Divya?
Anusha, can you go back to what Oscar commander?
The inspection.
No, the properties.
What
Tosca
document? Okay, okay.
I was asking about this. Can you go back to the test case?
Okay.
This value for result count that you entered. I was asking about this value. Like we will have like different values for depending upon our scenarios. So what exactly, like this is the count of hyperlinks. We can get different scenarios regarding that. So like count of link, this thing must be somewhere identified in Tosca, right? Or what is like
So
how will this be identified? Like how Tosca commander is identifying this kind of value?
yeah, yeah. So this count of link is the name of the buffer. It is completely user defined. Okay. So we are just instructing Tosca to create one variable with the name as count of links, and what are the value it's there in the web page. It is assigning that value to this particular one. Okay. So the result count is a control property. It is similar to the visible, exist. If you click on this tier property, you guys able to see some properties here, right? Enabled, exist, inner text, visible, right? The
Yes.
similar way, we have one of the property that is a result count. But what are the name I entered here? Count of links, count of buttons, or something. This is completely user specific.
Okay,
As
I
per
got it.
my
Got it.
understanding, I just entered count of links. If you want to get, if you want to rename this one, you can rename it hyperlink count, because it is a name of the variable only.
Got it.
So
Got
I'm
it.
just instructing Tosca to create one variable with the name as hyperlink count and assign that count to this particular variable. That is the reason we choose here action mode as a buffer. So with the help of action mode only, we are able to create the buffers, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So that is the reason I used here. So clear your doubt?
Yeah, I think I got confused here. It's clear now.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. So see here, team, understand right now we are just taking a count of all hyperlinks. What is the count of all hyperlinks here, team? 20. Everyone able to see that? In the right side, in the buffer viewer, you can see this is the buffer viewer, and here you can see count of number of links. Okay. So what is the count here? 20. Okay. So now I want to perform a click operation on one of the hyperlink. Hyperlink. How to do that? I just want to modify this test step name, right? If I want to pass some index here like #1, #2, #3, something, I have to modify this particular name, right? So here you can see I'm just trying to modify this one. Do we have access to edit this one, team?
No.
Initially, we don't have access to edit this particular test step name. So when we get the access, if you add a configuration parameter explicit name, then only you get the access. Now I'm going back to here, select the hyperlink, right click on here, create one configuration parameter. In the properties pane, you can see the parameter is created. Just enter explicit name. There is no space here, okay? Is equal to true. Okay, now. Once you enter that, team, come back to test case section. And now I want one more control, team. So can we modify the cardinality here?
Yes.
Yes, you can click on remove the cardinality and update it. So now what I'll do, I'll just mention here #1. So if you mention #1, then which value it will take? The first indexing of the hyperlink. The first indexing of the hyperlink. Okay. Now let me rerun the script. So this is the web page, team. Just see the cursor movement because I just added here click operation. Okay. We can see cursor movement very clearly here. So see here, team. The count it's captured successfully. Okay. The number of hyperlinks itself, it is 20 hyperlinks. So we just asked Tosca to perform click operation on first hyperlink, right? So here it is telling an error message. The link, the reason could be that the control is not visible. Maybe the control is not visible. That is the reason it is not able to perform a click operation there. Let me change this number to, I'm just giving here 10 team. Let's see. Okay. I'm just giving some random number here. Okay. That #1, #2, #5, something #10. It's completely a random number I'm giving here. Okay. Let me rerun. See here, team. The click operation is performed successfully. Everyone able to see that? Here it is performed a click operation, team, here in this second t-shirt.
Yes, Anusha.
Okay. So whenever you are using explicit name configuration parameter, you can directly use the indexing here like #1, #2, #3, #4 like this. This is the one approach. If you don't want to use the hash representation, so now tell me in this example, all hyperlinks itself, they have their own naming conversion, right? Correct. These all are unique only, correct? The same naming conversion or different naming conversion?
Index
It is a different naming conversion, correct? So you can use directly this naming conversion to perform a click operation. Right now, I'm just what I'm doing. I'm just copying this particular name. Okay, go back. to the Tosca, and instead of going with the index manner, if the client wants to perform click operation based on the naming conversion, directly you can use like this. Just give the name of the control here and then perform a click operation here. Perform a click operation here. Right click on here, run in Scratchbook. So this is our latest version team. We may have some issues here, but maybe in 16 version you are not facing these kind of issues, right? Okay. The issue is here, first run it is giving an error, second run it is working for me. Okay. But anyway, the perform click operation on this control is executed successfully, right? Team. If you see the above, like yesterday's scenario and this scenario, it's completely different. Okay. Here you can see the number of products, all hyperlinks naming conversions are different. If you want to identify one particular product with a name, you can go with that. Just define the name instead of index. If you want to go with index, just define index with a hash representation. Hash 1, hash 2 or hash 10 something you can give here and then perform a click operation. Any one of these is perfectly fine. Clear? Team?
Yes, Anusha.
So any questions on this explicit name configuration parameter? So in this particular concept, you may get a number of scenario based interview questions. In interviews, they may ask, in my web page, I have 5 pages with the same naming conversion. Okay, 5 pages with same name. So the requirement is here. We want to perform a click operation on fourth page. How to do that in Tosca? Understand? That question will vary based on the interviewer specification team, but the concept is same. Understand? Any questions right now? Yes. So see here, team, this is the document I just prepared for explicit name and constraint index configuration parameters. So we already discussed something here. This constraint index we already discussed yesterday. And now we just had a discussion about this explicit name configuration parameter. Clear, team? I just listed each and everything in proper documentation, team. Okay. Any questions? Clear? Team? So we do have some pending concepts, team. Now we are done with explicit name configuration section. So probably the next concept I'll start directly a conditions part. Once we're done with the conditions, immediately I'll start the dynamic expressions. Once we're done with these two actions, team, I'll go with reusable tester block. Okay. So going forward, we do have a lot of interest in very interesting concepts. So please do a practical sessions daily basis. Okay. So how many of you completed yesterday's practical sessions, team? Constant index exercise. How many of you completed? So hope everyone completed, right? Just raise your hands. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. If you do practice well daily basis, then only you get a lot of challenges team. Okay, now. Great, great. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll drop off today and we'll connect tomorrow same time team. I think one more point. Someone is posted one issue like your workspace is locked issue. Is that person? Let me check. Tejashree, is Tejashree is available here? No, she is not joined. Okay, I'll check with him. I'll check with her later, team. Okay. Thank you, team. Thanks to you all. Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Thank you all. Bye.